Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brian with A&B Farm, A&B Homestead. Okay, so I really haven't done an introduction video or anything. I think I've had this YouTube channel since 2010. Yeah, I'm a little sweaty. I'm clearing a little bit of overbrush. Had a rattlesnake scare my wife, so I figured I'd clear out the trail a little bit wider so she'll be able to see better in case it does come back. By the time I got out here, it was already gone. So just figured I'd be better safe than sorry. Plus, we got plenty of king snakes around here to take care of that rattlesnake. All right, so this is going to be basically an introduction video. A&B Farm. People ask where we got the name from. Name we changed it. It's kind of like A&B Homestead because right now we're growing for us for our family, and but it's A&B Farm stands for Amy and Brian. So Amy and Brian's farm, Amy and Brian's homestead. We originally we got a place. It was like 5 acres with an old house that was built in like 1910, and we were renting it. So, and we, if you can tell in some of our older videos, we were doing worm farming. But not only were we, man, sweat. Whew. Not only were we doing worm farming, we were also eggs, chickens. Yeah, we had goats, we had sheep. Our kids showed cows for the 4-H. We had rabbits, we had guineas, we had ducks. We had a horse, we had a donkey, we had a turkey, and we had a ram. So I don't want to say. And we had a pig, Penelope. She was a big old potbelly pig, probably the biggest pig I've ever seen in my life. But one of the nicest pigs. Love to get belly scratches. So that's how we started out. It was August of 2009 when we moved to that property. I was in the process of getting medically retired from the Army, and what they call a spinal cord injury. I took a really bad hit in 2007, and at one point I remember in the hospital, the doctors told me I'd never walk again. Hey, I'm walking, so they don't know everything. But that kind of started, I guess, ending something that I thought I was going to do for 20 years and ended up doing just shy of 11 years. Was a military career. And but that's not really where the idea of being a farmer or homestead came from. I guess I got to go all the way back to when I was about 9-10 years old. So I'm the oldest out of 5 kids, and one of my sisters was really, really sick. She always was sick, and I remember going to my dad's friends. And I'm sorry, this might be kind of boring because, but this is just basically an introduction video. Basically, I'm actually reintroducing myself because you'll see more videos from me and my wife on this channel. So, just figure where you can get my standpoint where I came from. But I remember my sister was really sick. I went to my parents' friend's house, and he had a bunch of chickens. I mean, bunches of chickens, like tons. So I remember he had a whole bunch of Rhode Island Reds, but a whole bunch of BB Reds, and so my parents asked me, "Well, what do you want for your birthday?" And so my parents are divorced, so I call my stepdad my dad, and I call my dad. So a lot of people get confused when I say my dad, but for this instance, this is my mom and my stepdad. So they asked me, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, "I want chickens." Now, as a parent, thinking about it, if I was living like a suburb area, and my kid said, "I want chickens," I was like, "What?" But they didn't do that. They were like, "Okay." So Dad went out to the property. We had 8 acres over there by my grandparents, and he built a big old chicken coop. It was 2 chicken coops, and my birthday came around, went out there, and lo and behold, there was four chickens. It was 2 roosters and 2 hens, and so what you gonna name them? And I was like, well, you're gonna laugh. I was like, well, that's Fred and Wilma, and that's Barney and Betty. I love the Flintstones. Don't know why I loved them. I still to this day, I kind of, my daughter, my youngest, she takes the Flintstone vitamins. I'll sing the little Flintstone. I'm a Flintstone kid, little song to her, just joking around. I mean, what dad doesn't give their kids a hard time? So, sure enough, they did it. And from that point, it led from 4 chickens to all of a sudden we had 75 chickens. We had 4 turkeys. We had a garden that was easily half an acre. Nothing but greens, beans. I mean, and my sister started getting healthier. Wasn't sick as much. I wasn't sick as much, and it was just different. So growing up, it was the whole, hey, I want to have chickens, and something just kind of like clicked in my head. Hey, I kind of want to do this, and I would catch myself even in high school looking at land, looking at the newspaper land. When I was stationed at Fort Lewis, which was my second duty station, I looked at land in Washington State. Wasn't going to live in Washington State. See, and my turkeys are laughing about it. That comment, because I knew I'm a Georgia boy. Rain and snow, that's a no-go. So it just, and then I came back from Iraq. This is really off the wall. I came back from Iraq in 2006, and I bought an incubator, and I bought quail eggs. And in my half-acre yard in Midway, Georgia, we literally had a cubby of quail that stayed in that area even after I released them. I was a biology major at the time, so yes, I was going to school while being an infantryman in the Army, and so stuff like that. Well, I get injured, push comes to shove. 3 years later, I'm medically retired out of the Army, and that's how A&B Farm started. So it's kind of boring, yes. Was 8-minute long video so far, but now we went from a 5-acre to where now we are on an acre spot. We have, let's see, 2 turkeys now. They're chocolate turkeys. They're on the endangered species list, but they're a heritage turkey. Yes, and their name is Tom and Jerry. And you just heard one of them. We have like a 20 by, sorry, I let that go by. We have a 20 by 24 garden. It's a pretty nice sized garden, but we got mostly raised beds, but we also have lavender in there. We have rosemary. We got nectarine trees. It's a lot that we've done to this place. When we bought this place was so overgrown. There's persimmon trees all over the place, and you couldn't even walk through. The yard was a little small spot in the front that had grass. The rest of it was clay, and basically it's what you make of it. And people are like, oh, you can't have a farm if you don't have a bunch of land. That's technically not true. You can micro farm, you can vertical farm, you can do hydroponic farming, which I've been dabbling a little bit in cracky hydroponics. You can do aquaponic farming, or you can just get smart and use what you have. And a lot about my blog that I've had is A&B Farm. It's ambfarm.blogspot.com. You see that in there. Yes, you'll see some stuff about like some woodworking, because my wife has a business called Moss and Saltwater, and it's woodworking, interior design, furniture refinishing. But so sometimes we'll mix the two in together, especially when it comes like building a hog pen, building chicken tractors. Times are crazy now, so don't be discouraged. If you say, hey, I live in an apartment, I can't farm, try a vertical farming. They got these cool little things, and I forget what they're called, but they're like it's a container that's in a stack, and you can vertical farm in that, and you just pour the water in the middle, and it's like the water reservoirs through the middle. Or you can get little hydroponic systems and grow that way. You don't necessarily have to have huge amount of area. So like we average between 8 to 11 eggs a day from our hens, and we feed not only ourselves, so not only do we consume the eggs, but my neighbors consume the eggs because I give them to my neighbors, because that's what you do. You're in a tight-knit community and you look out for each other. But don't be discouraged. Do your research. That's what we did, and just stay positive and motivated, because that's what it's about. That's what you're going to lose animals. Like this year, we've lost our Silky died. All my turkey poults that hatched, they all died, because turkeys are some of the hardest things to raise. They always find a way to die, it seems like. Chocolate turkeys is what hatched, and that's my hardest ones to raise. All but the other ones I had last year, they did perfect. And my turkey hen, she died. So I mean, it's just, you're gonna have losses, but with those losses, you're going to have gains too. And that's just like a gain for me yesterday. I'm weeding a garden that we planted back in March with carrot seeds, and not a single carrot came out. Well, guess what? I'm weeding, I found 4 baby carrots, also germinated. We put 100 seeds in there. Granted, they were old seeds, but we just see. I've never grown carrots before. But guess what? Now I got 4 baby carrots, and what I do, I found what their companion plant would be. I put them over there with sage plants. So there's a little stuff like that. So don't be discouraged. Stay motivated. Do your research. And if you have any questions, you can always do a message, hit me up on here. And thanks for all your support. If you like the videos you see and that's on my channel, hit subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that I'm putting up some good content. So, I guess I'm going to get back to doing what I'm doing on this nice, hot, humid Georgia day on June 3rd, So, not quite in the hundreds, but it feels like it. But, no. So, I hope everybody has a good day, and I look forward to showing more videos about different things. Like we'll be doing something soon on how to plant potatoes. Yes, I know I'm planting potatoes really late, but I'm going to try something different. So I figure you guys will come around. How to build trellises out of like sticks and stuff for like green beans, like pole beans, stuff like that. So that's what you're going to be seeing soon. So hope everybody's doing well, and thank you for watching this video.